Hi, I am Kayla Medlen with the Cats Meow Entertainment. I'm with Rob from Elevated Media, and this is all about me, I guess.
That's right. All about you. Coming up, 15 minutes of frame.
Preview.
Hey, Kayla, thanks for coming on today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we've worked together a couple times,
Yes.
and we don't know each other that well, so this is a good opportunity for us to kind of get to know each other,
Yes.
and for anybody out there to kind of get to know you a little bit too.
Definitely.
So tell me a little bit about how you got started being a DJ.
Yeah, so it's kind of just like a crazy whirlwind. Thinking back on it, I've always been a musician. Love music. I love entertaining. I was kind of like always that front person.
Want to be seen.
Yeah, want to be heard. Yeah. So that was kind of the whole jumping into that scene. So I think every DJ, jumped in and did like their friend's wedding, or really like any vendor.
Right, yeah.
I'm really good friends with Matthew, and we talked about that
Yeah.
on another episode that you did. So
Yeah.
I feel like I just kind of like jumped in and started doing that. I was working for a really, really small company in Barboursville, Creative Audio Visual Solutions.
Okay.
And they mainly just like rent out sound equipment. They're like, you're a musician, you know how to like do all of this stuff. So maybe let's just go and jump in and do a couple of weddings.
Yeah.
And it was just so much fun.
Right.
It was
yeah.
just so much fun. So why would you not want to spend like the best day of somebody's life with them? So that's kind of how it all got started.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, it's everybody's in a good mood.
Yes.
Everybody's happy. There's good food. It's a party atmosphere.
Yes.
And and it really gives you a chance to kind of show off your skills.
Exactly.
So do you play music as well?
I do, yeah.
So you're a musician.
A musician.
Okay, so that's musician first, DJ second, but now kind of DJ first, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy, like how they all mesh really well together. Being a musician, you're there to like entertain, and same thing with being a DJ. So it's kind of just like two different worlds, but for some reason they still really work well together.
Yeah, cool. So how long have you been doing this now?
I've been doing this since 2016.
16.
16. Really started pushing it like right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
We all know how that went.
Shut us down for a while.
Down for a little bit, kind of doing more, personal kind of events and that kind of thing. But it's super popping now.
Oh yeah. So you were voted number one last year and this year, 2022,
Yes.
by West Virginia Weddings Magazine. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
So that was all. If anybody doesn't know, that's the magazine doesn't vote them on, vote the vendors. It is by the viewers, and you can cast your vote online. So you won that. So that's awesome.
And that was just like a really cool. I mean, like anybody that gets nominated for that,
Yeah.
it's very.
Oh, yeah.
Something that it's a huge honor,
Right.
especially your people voting for you.
Your past couples, or maybe a guest that were at a wedding or an event that you was at, and they took the time to vote for you. So that matters a lot. So.
Yeah, it's very meaningful. It's not like something that you can buy.
Right, yeah, you can't buy that.
So it kind of just is a testament to like what you're doing.
Yes.
So it feels good.
Well, you're doing a good job. I mean, I know my guys have worked with you, and we absolutely love working with you. And I know I've worked with you just back in December, I think, or November, and we had a blast that day, and even tried out some new equipment on her.
Right.
It worked out well. So, and then you're great because you get out there and you kind of dance with people too.
Yes.
You kind of like, if the crowd is maybe not feeling it, maybe just not that kind of crowd, then you'll kind of take the mic out on the dance floor. You'll get people rolling, get people moving.
Definitely. I love taking the mic and watching for people singing a certain song, just sneaking right behind them and getting the party started.
That's awesome. We have to do that sometimes to kind of, sometimes we're at a venue or at a reception and it's not quite happening for us. So, and we need some of that dancing footage. So, we'll go, find 4 or 5 of the craziest people there.
Yes.
And we're like, look, we're going to get her to play something. We'll get the DJ to play something. And we need to get some dancing footage. We have to have this for a film.
Right.
So we'll kind of have to do that too. So.
Well, and I think that's kind of what happened with that wedding that we did.
Sort of.
Yeah. The groomsmen were amazing.
Oh, that's
they were so into it. And we pulled them in and we did a conga line. That
was great.
We got the cops in on it. hit the outside.
We brought the police officer.
Yeah, we were doing all kinds of crazy stuff. That was
because I went out to get him and he wouldn't come in for me, but then you went out to get him and he followed you. So
I'm pretty sure I said something to the effect of, "Has any DJ with blue hair ever came up and asked you to dance?" And he was like, "Nope." And I was like, "Well, you got to do it.
You got to do it now." He was a good sport.
He
so
was.
That was awesome. So blue hair. So I got to know, what's up with the blue hair?
Well, ironically, I have blue hair. All the people that work with me, they're all women. They have different color hair too.
Okay.
My girl Ashley, she has purple hair. That's mainly our like a little group right now. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And I don't know, like with the blue, I feel like at this point it's just like my spirit color, I guess.
So people,
I love it.
If you did it any different, we wouldn't recognize you.
I know, right? I know. Yeah, sometimes they see Ashley and they're like, "Is that Kayla?" It's kind of funny because we like switch back and forth. But yeah, I think this is like my staple at this point.
Yeah, so that's cool. So yeah, I don't know, like if we went to a wedding and you guys didn't have your hair like that, I don't think we're like, this is not the right. They're a scam.
Something's wrong. Yeah,
it's not them. So how many? So you have two. You have another person, right?
I do.
You can do 2 separate events in a day.
Yes, we do 2 separate events in a day. She is kind of somebody that, like, I pulled under my wing. She was one of my really good friends.
Cool.
She's a musician too.
Yep.
So kind of like sticking within, that being super important for the business. And she is absolutely
killing it
amazing.
Right,
She's killing it. Yeah, both really like high energy.
Yeah.
Really important to get out on the dance floor, kind of bring in the crowd. If it's not happening, that's our job, making sure, we're really livening up the party.
You have to be a mind reader. You have to be I always tell people you have to be a psychiatrist in a way. You have to kind of figure out what people are thinking, and what you can. I know you have like a do not playlist or a play, whatever. But I mean, you still have to kind of read the crowd and try to figure out what's working, what's not, and when to stop it, and when to keep playing,
when to move on. Right, there's so many variables. Yeah, same with you.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I've been at so many weddings, and like, let's just take like the first dance, one of the formality dances, and it's maybe a 5-minute song, and you can clearly see that the bride and her dad are done, and they're done moving around. She's done, fighting with the dress.
Yes.
So then some DJs will just let that play on through.
Right.
But then, I feel like a good DJ knows when to kind of fade that out.
Yes.
And if the bride will allow that. I guess there's some things you guys talk about in the background, whenever you're planning your services, what to do, what not to do. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, cool. So you guys travel where? I mean, I know you're based in
Huntington.
Okay.
Yes.
So now what do you travel to?
Gosh, everywhere. Okay. We've literally been everywhere. We were in Boston in November.
Really?
We've gone all the way, down to Virginia. We've DJ'd one of the really cool places last year where Dirty Dancing was filmed.
Oh, Mountain Lake.
Yeah, that was a blast. So, I mean, really everywhere. It's really nice being right in the tri-state because we get to work with so many couples not only in West Virginia, but in Kentucky and Ohio.
Yeah. It's true.
So we're kind of all over the place.
So I guess these brides and grooms will find you on social media. Is that how they'll find you?
That's where a lot of it happens. On social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok now.
Yeah, TikTok.
There's so many.
So you have a
things.
TikTok, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't know if I'm gonna have to subscribe.
Listen, it's all about my cats.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. I'm glad you brought that up. So, Cats Meow. That's a unique name. Nobody can ever forget or mistake, Cats Meow, now with not being a DJ. So,
right.
So tell me about that. I mean, why the name?
Yeah, okay, so I'm kind of an old school, so the saying, that's the Cats Meow, that's kind of where it started. Okay. Obviously, I'm a huge cat lover. Okay. I have 3.
Okay. I expected you to say like 10.
Well, within my whole lifetime, probably. I'm that like cat lady that sees a cat at McDonald's and like, oh, it has no home. I have to take care of it. Right. Yeah.
You know your limits.
Oh yeah. My fiance knows our limits as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably where the limits come in. You're probably like,
yes. But yeah, just a mixture of all of that. And when I first picked the name, I was like, this is gonna go great. Or people are gonna think I am crazy. But it's so much fun, like bringing my cats into it, and even couples. Like I did a wedding a couple of months ago, and the couple had like all of the cocktails were based off of their cats.
Yeah.
We've done weddings where they had like cutouts of their animals.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's just really cool, and a lot of people have been like, well, that's kind of why we picked you, because you're also like, you know, an animal lover.
Animal lover, pet lover. Yeah, we've seen lots of, you know, weddings where they, usually dogs.
Right,
where they will, you know, have the cake and then the little dog, you know.
Yes, eating half of the cake.
Eating half the cake.
I love it.
And, you know, then like, you know, a signature drink is named after all their dogs or something. I see that a lot.
Yes.
So I don't know if I've ever seen a signature drink named after a cat, but, you know, but why not, you know?
Right, yeah. Why not just make it like super personable?
Right.
And I'm never in the video. I'm always behind the scene, like still petting the dog and like playing the next song, transitioning to the next song.
Yeah, that's too cool. Gosh, so like how many weddings can you do in a year? I mean,
yeah, a lot. We did 84 weddings last year.
84 weddings
It
last
was
year.
crazy.
But with two of you.
With two of us,
so that's like 40 a piece or so.
Yeah. Well, and that's not events either. Like we did a bunch of events too. We're mainly, you know, focusing on like the wedding scene.
Yeah.
But a lot. Yeah, a lot.
That was mostly at the 84 weddings?
Yes, 84 weddings. That's not events. Events were extra.
Wow. Yeah, so that's impressive.
It was a crazy ride.
You're
but
about like
so
us.
much fun. I know.
I mean, we shot.
You never stay home.
No, never. We shot over 200 weddings, 230 some weddings, but that's with several people.
Yeah.
You know, you did 84. That's cranking. I shot 57 weddings last year myself, so I you know, you and I know what that's like being on the road.
Yes.
I mean, we'll be on. I was 1 week I was on the road for 4 straight days.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 different weddings.
Yep.
You know, in 3 different states.
I did not do the state thing, but I know what it's like going from one wedding to the next day. So.
Right. So you're unique, not only in the hair and the name, which I love it all. It goes really well, but you're a female DJ. You don't see very many, you know, female DJs. I've seen like a ton of weddings, and you know, probably 5 weddings ever. Besides you, I've never really seen that many female DJs. So I mean, like that's cool. I mean, people like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a feminist, because I am not by any means, you know. But it definitely has a lot to go into, like, you know, talking to brides very specifically.
Right.
And you know, there's a ton of female DJs out there, and I didn't even really know it, you know, until I started, you know, getting on YouTube, like when I first started, and kind of like talking and networking with other people. But yeah, there's really not around
in West
here.
Virginia. There's not. No. We're a small community of people, you know, low population, so you just don't see that many. But you know, I do, when I do see a female DJ, it is out of, even a female videographer is kind of uncommon.
Yeah.
But you know, out of state, you do see more of that.
Right.
So that's cool. So like, when people get a hold of you and you have, I guess, different packages, maybe talk a little bit about what you offer. Do you have uplighting? Do you have, you know, like fog? What do you do? What do you have?
Yeah. So we have uplighting, your dance floor lighting, obviously fog machine.
Oh, you do have the fog machine?
We do it, and it's, oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
How about the cold sparks?
Oh, we don't have any cold sparks.
It's not a big thing around here yet.
It's not yet. It is starting to kind of pop up. It's definitely on our radar. We've had some people message us, kind of on the alternative. We do photo booth.
Oh, okay.
And it's all interactive, which is really cool. So we set it up, we create it for you. We kind of took a survey several months ago when we really started pushing it out, and noticed that a lot of couples were, you know, like purchasing it and then having them printed. Yeah. And then like 2 or 3 days later, it went into the trash, the papers. So we decided actually it's all interactive. So when you finish taking your picture, you can text it to yourself, and then you immediately have it to post to social media, which most people do anyways. So that's been a really, really big thing that is just popping off for us.
Cool.
And it's really, really cool. It's something, you know, different and fun.
Just, you can add more, you know, you can, bring something more to the wedding.
For sure.
Something more for entertainment.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
For sure. And then we also have anything from like obviously lighting up our system in our area to doing completely wireless ceremonies. A really big thing in West Virginia is getting married up on a hill, or like Ace Adventures, even like getting married out there, on the cliffs where we don't have electricity.
Right.
So we're able to set all of that up, provide sound, and then also provide even microphones for your officiant.
Yep.
And we don't even need electricity for it.
That way you don't have to wait for the wedding film to hear the vows. You can actually hear it live.
Hear it live, yes.
That makes a big difference. So yeah, I mean, just so you have the wireless mics and all that. I know you do wireless mics for the reception, for the speeches and stuff like that. And and I like working with you because I know that you're going to make sure that we know when something is going to happen. You're not going to, we've been at weddings before where, Sam and I, we was in Virginia and we was eating on the back of a truck. At the back of the truck, it was a barn wedding.
That sounds like something Sam would do.
It's a real barn wedding.
Yes.
And a 3-sided barn, hay barn. And we're eating, and all of a sudden we hear the DJ say, "Okay, we're going to start toast now." And we're both like, what are we going to do now? So then, luckily I had a recorder attached to the DJ system, which the DJ really wasn't a DJ. He was a family friend. He was, what do you call that? Just a music player.
Press play, yes.
Press play, whatever. And, he had a playlist.
Yeah.
And he was just doing what he was told. But anyway, so we missed part of that speech, at least the camera side of it, but we did capture the audio, but we was able to sneak it in and get it. But things like that matter to that bride's film, so it's important to have a DJ, if you're listening, that knows what they're doing and not just a family friend. If you want any kind of a decent reception, you have to have a DJ.
Yeah.
And we had a wedding planner in here yesterday, and Mia Bella Originals. So, she handles planning the whole wedding.
Yeah.
But and I don't think we really touched on it, but my thoughts are that a wedding planner really doesn't have to do much when it hits the reception.
Yes.
All you really need is kind of like you need an order of events.
Yes.
And then you can kind of fill the crowd out, check with the bride, check with whomever, and say, hey, this is what we need to do now. It's time to cut the cake now, or maybe we should do an exit now before everybody leaves, or whatever. So that's what a good DJ does.
Yeah. Well, you've hit so many super important parts that I always talk to all of our couples about.
Okay.
So one of those things is obviously having that order of events, knowing what's going on, and a good DJ is going to let all of the other vendors also know what's going on.
Right. Exactly.
And that's why I love working with you guys too, because it's not just like the DJ show once the reception starts. There's so many little things that as a good DJ or a good videographer, you're constantly crowd watching, people watching to see what's happening, because you want to catch those, important moments.
Right.
And I tell all of our couples, or just really anybody that I get to talk to about that.
Yeah.
You want to spend your money on the things like good videography, so you can, go back and watch all those awesome moments.
Right.
How do you create those moments? Having a good DJ.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's a team process.
It is.
And you have to have all the way down to, not just down to, but the florist. I mean, they have to be on their game. They have to have nice flowers, and
so it looks good in the background.
Right.
Yeah.
And then have a good DJ and a good planner and just the good food. I mean, everything just matters so much.
Definitely.
It's just important to have good vendors.
Well, you're just setting that vibe.
Right.
And you want to know what you want that vibe to look like. So that's something that I really dive deep into before I even book with couples.
Right.
What do you want the vibe to look like?
You don't take all your so basically you may turn down a wedding if it's something maybe not going to be something that you want to participate in.
Well, and I think that's super important too. Yeah. Not just going on and trying to take everything that you can. I feel like we're kind of at the point now that there are, couples that we really want to work with. I don't want to just be interviewed. I want to get to know you as well. Right. And that's something super, super important with us, because we obviously,
Yep.
I have a vibe that I'm going with.
Yep.
Not that I can't do those things, because I totally have done those things, but I say vibe a lot, but I really want to connect with that person.
Right.
And because it is an atmosphere that you are creating for the big day.
Exactly.
And you just want, you want to have exactly what the client has and what they want, but you have to also know that you can bring that to them and not just take it because it's a wedding and you do weddings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's important to, like you said, have that vibe, connect with the couple.
Right.
And we're the same way. We always reach out to the bride before the wedding, but I've been trying to really push a lot of our couples when they book with us to chat with me, call me.
Definitely.
Don't just simply just book online. You can, but I prefer you to pick up the phone, give me a call, and I give them many opportunities for a Zoom meeting, because a lot of our couples are out of state or maybe 7 hours away from us.
Definitely.
So we're not going to meet in person for coffee, but a Zoom meeting for sure.
Yeah.
And then we always do a Zoom meeting with like the photographer as well. And we've never really done it with like a DJ. We never really had to, but because we come into the reception, come into the wedding, and you're setting up,
right?
So we kind of come over, touch base.
Yeah, definitely.
If we don't know you, and we're like, hey, we're going to hook this up to your sound system. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And what's the order of events, and and then I'll kind of tell them this is kind of what I get from the crowd, what I get from the bride and groom, or how it might be. Just maybe that'll help you out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's a teamwork.
Definitely. And then like with our business, I actually created something last year that has helped us so much. We have an actual app that we use with all of our clients, which is awesome with vendors, because I know that we talk a lot through Facebook. We haven't really got to hang out a bunch in person. But before any weddings that we do with any vendors, and you guys too, we always send you that order of events, so you know ahead of time what's happening.
Yep.
And I always try to make a really big point too, like, hey, in 10 minutes, we're cutting the cake, be there. I'm going to let you know, hey, this is the song I'm playing. Once you hear the chorus, you better be over there so we can capture that moment.
Yeah, this is right. Or maybe, hey, they're going to, the music's going to change. It's going to, go to something quick, like, something like maybe they're doing a slow dance, and then it's going to change to something fast at about 1 minute and 20 seconds.
We're going to get everybody hype, and you have to be there to capture
you got to be ready. So you're making sure, you're taking care of us to make sure we're going to be there to capture that. That matters a lot.
Team effort. That's kind of what we talked about.
That's right. So, cool. How can somebody get a hold of you? So tell us about your socials, all that good stuff. So.
For sure. So obviously we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok now, anything like that. So it's the CM Entertainment. You can also look us up by DJ Cats Meow. So we're on all of those social medias, and then on our website, thecmentertainment.com.
Cool.
On there we have tons of past videos. We always do little snippet videos for everybody from the wedding, especially, sometimes that last hour, you guys are not booked for that.
Right.
And there's crazy stuff that we've caught in between those.
I can imagine. Yes. We usually leave after the fake send-off.
Right,
because our contract is up. But so you're there till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, sometimes longer. So, that's when, the little bit of liquid courage seems to, hit the peak. And it gets a little bit crazy sometimes.
Yeah, so you can get our website. You can check out all of those videos. You can kind of check out how our app works. The app is really cool because it connects straight to your phone. You can add other guests and your fiance and stuff to it. Cool. And it keeps all of your stuff organized. You don't have to do it all at one time. You can come back to it later.
That's awesome.
And so there's a lot of things on our website that you can kind of check out and get to know us more.
Cool. All right, I think that's all we have time for, but if anybody thinks that Elevator Media should have blue hair, red hair, whatever, let us know. I don't know. But she can pull it off. I don't think we can. But anyway, that's all we have time for today. We'll see you next time.